All right, I have very exciting news for all of us today. The time is now. We are starting a back-to-back 3-game wonderful evening of Super Monkey Ball games back to back to back. Thank you to everyone who supported that bonus game as well. So first off, we will be starting with a wonderful Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania story mode all worlds run from the incredible iswimfly. Let's get started.
Hello, everyone. I'm iswimfly. I am a Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania speedrunner amongst a couple other games, but this is probably the one that I would argue, the best at out of my repertoire. I'm joined today by a collection of folks who also play this game. You want to go in order of whatever? I don't care.
I'm just gonna start talking because we didn't talk about this.
We did not. We did not schedule. We did not plan any of this. There's too many of us in here.
Yeah,
now
hi,
we're just
I'm
talking.
Helix. I'm Helix, former world record holder for this game. Swimfly, can you share your screen to Discord?
No, I was gonna ask that too.
Sorry. All right, we're good.
Thank you.
We're missing something. Okay,
now I can see. All right. Someone else talk.
Alrighty. Yeah. Hi. I'm Deadline. I am an IL speedrunner for the Monkey Ball series. Big on ILs for Banana Mania. Happy to be here.
And I am Peas. When this game came out, I was very big into the jumping aspect of this game, and funnily enough, that's gonna be more or less what I'll be doing in the next game. But for now, no jumping.
All right, so we're going to be doing story mode today, which is a recreation of SMB2 story mode. It'll be 100 stages back to back to back. Quickly worth mentioning, I'm using a couple mods. I'm using one that changes up the UI. It just makes a few things nicer for speedrunners. I'm using the True Ball Customizer, which allows me to use any ball pattern with any monkey, or in this case, whoever wins the bid war. I am using something called the practice mod, which is not normally allowed in runs, but I use it during marathons as a way to showcase some specific strats that we'll talk about why I'm using that in a little bit. And then the last one I'm using is the custom character loader, which I'm gonna let the host take over here, because the custom character loader features some of the people who are in that bid war, and I think we got a winner from the custom character loader.
Oh, you bet. You'll have no idea because I heard there was some behind-the-scenes influence potentially going on there. But we do have a fan favorite, our good friend, Minecraft Steve.
Fantastic.
Right?
Look at him. He looks so good. Shoutouts to Deadline for getting all of his animations done and putting him in the ball and in the game.
Heck yeah. I'm really excited to see him showing off.
All right, well, I'm ready to hop in. I will start as soon as I start the first stage. Anybody else got anything to add before we start?
I can say it during the run.
Fair enough. All right, then I'm gonna get started here. On go. 3, 2, ready, go.
Good luck.
They're ready to go. You love to hear it.
I stole your bit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Perfect for the game.
We gotta all do it in sync for the next 2 runs.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. You might notice this is the story mode from Monkey Ball 2, so 100 levels. But this doesn't play like Monkey Ball 2. If you're familiar with that game, the mechanic called boosting, where diagonal inputs are stronger, not in this game. You want to hold up as much as possible. That is the strongest input, is directly forward.
Yeah, and a couple things just immediately worth noting. Yeah, we swapped out bananas for diamonds for Steve. This is a new feature, the custom character loader, and part of the reason I wanted Steve to win today, in addition to just showing off the new character.
Oh yeah.
I'm using that True Ball Customizer I pointed out for the non-binary ball. I think that's it for mods right now. The rest we'll kind of get into as we get there, but just immediately wanted to point that out because those are stuff that is not in the vanilla game. So just worth mentioning if you played this game before, those are not things you can get normally, and wanted to show that off.
Oh, nice switches.
Kind of a slow. Thank you. There isn't really much to do in strat play here. It's this one and then like 1-8,
yeah,
which will be windy slide.
But I will say that bounce from the switch on switches is not the most consistent thing ever, so it's nice that worked out for you.
Yeah.
I think
marathon, I can go for all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is a good segue to talk about pause strats a little bit. So similar to what Helix mentioned earlier about how essentially this game is different than SMB2. For one, it is, and for two, pausing is still similar in that we pause, look at the timer, and wait for the frame. But it's not that weird to explain. But there will be some pause strats that will definitely help us make some consistent clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you'll see him in a bit.
P's mentioned pausing is different. We can talk about it now because there really isn't much to talk about here. I mean, while I'm doing this, pausing in this game actually stops reading your controller. No, that's good enough. So when you pause on the frame that you pause, no matter what you're holding on the controller, it's not going to read it, which causes problems because normally at least in the original games, the controller will still be red, so you can just keep holding up and repause as many times as you want. In Banana Mania, that's not the case. So pause strats are very different, few and far between compared to the original game, and fundamentally they function differently. They are much harder to pull off, in my opinion, in some cases. I mean, not accounting for all the crazy number of frames in certain strats, but it's difficult to get those frames in this game compared to the original.
Thankfully, they are banned in ILs.
That's
True.
true. Do not allow pausing in ILs in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I also this game would not be nearly as interesting if pausing were a thing.
Got my lovely 30-second auto-scroller here. Steve collecting diamonds on his way to the goal.
It's a really cool. By the way, like,
Say that about this game now. This is awesome. This is
yeah, the diamonds
so much
were
fun.
like the diamonds were a very last minute addition. We actually didn't even know that the custom character loader was compatible with collectibles for characters until like a day or two ago, I think.
I literally like rewrote the custom character loader yesterday for this.
Yeah.
Goat material.
But yeah, custom characters have been a thing in this game for, I want to say like they're already
I think so.
more than half a year.
It's been more than that, but like since it was like finalized, it's been about half a year,
Yeah.
almost a full year, because it happened in
Yeah.
like January-ish. Like it happened at the start of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so ever since then, there's been a lot of work towards getting more custom characters in Banana Mania, and since the next game, Banana Rumble, also runs on Unity, it'll probably be very easy for us to port custom characters to that game once modding becomes more accessible. Really exciting.
Right now, I'm sure it'll be talked about during the run, but Rumble's only on Switch, so we don't have easy access. I'm playing this on PC, so I don't have access to modding it as easily.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice toaster.
Love the one bounce.
Yeah,
all the
that's
fun
hard.
stuff.
That's really hard. You nailed that.
It is worth mentioning that I am a modder for this game and a data miner for Banana Rumble. That was a risky, bumpy check.
Pretty well helped you out
so I do a bunch of code mods. I've done like April Fool's mods in the past. I do fun mods. I do like game fixing mods. There's a couple of like collision issues in this game. I have a mod out that fixes all of them. So if you play on PC, highly recommend downloading it for a casual experience.
Yeah.
Not a
If
lot
you've
of
played like
obviously, but that's where all the fun stuff is anyway. All the fun stuff that like you enjoy casually is not allowed in speedruns, but it's awesome anyway.
yeah. If you've played like any sort of code mod for Banana Mania on PC, chances are it was made by Slim.
Literally.
Outside of the custom stage loader and custom character loader, I've made a lot of the other mods. For
Oh,
this
no.
game. I got gravity slattered.
There's even a mod of GC and Yoshi Circuit. And
Oh,
That one piggybacks off the custom stage loader, but I ported over some Mario Kart Double Dash stages into Banana Mania using the custom stage loader. We've done all sorts of stuff.
That's
that was-
wild.
that was like one of the funniest and coolest things that I've ever seen.
I hold the fast lap record.
Well, that'll change. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, nice terms.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there we have
Because
just like a bit of like
that
a
shot's
like,
harder than
overview.
Gravity Slider, but Gravity Slider is just meaner. His collision is not nice to you in this game sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes when you're about to go on the goal at a high speed, you will just get rejected even if you are perfectly centered.
The iron goal.
I blame Unity. I don't know why that's there.
Yeah,
I blame
there isn't
Unity.
really an explanation.
No. Goalposts in this game are awful. They're much nicer in actually Monkey Ball 1 and 2, because you can sometimes rip the goalpost in that game, just like teleport through it and you'll get the goal.
You
Happens
can do
very
that in this
rarely
game too, and you can also like
Yes.
side goal where like you don't touch the tape, you go in next to the party ball. So like you can do weird stuff with the goal in this game. I've done it in the past. in runs and like in ILs, you'll see it very often.
Yeah, it's just far more risky in this game. On the flip side, the party ball, as we've already seen, is much nicer in this game. In Monkey Ball 2 and 1, the party ball will completely destroy you if you fly into it with any sort of speed. But often in this game, it just sets you down gently in front of the goal.
And that works. The diamonds look so good in the underwater.
Wavy stairs in ball game.
Wavy stairs in ball game. Oh yeah, worth mentioning. I'm using a I mod this game. So I have a couple custom stage names in there that are just like in jokes within the community.
I did not see that. I am not gonna lie.
One
you
more
have
in
that.
this run, and then I've got a couple other just like scattered throughout this file that you won't see in this run. But
It
there's
always
one
catches me
more
off guard.
that is in World 10. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can imagine based on the previous name.
So I want to start talking about dribbles, which is the next stage, because that
Oh, this
has
would be awesome.
a pause strat, and just it's really cool in general. So
It was actually
is
made
gonna...
by the two of us.
Yeah, it was. So Swimfly is going to sort of sit here for a little bit, look for a specific number on this timer.
That was late.
I think that's a, yeah, 31 is a
That's-
frame late.
That's an example of me using the practice mod. This is a strategy that only works on a couple of frames on the first load, which we can talk about. Oh boy.
Oh, that's awkward.
Very
Oh.
cool.
Imagine if that had gone into the goal.
That would be really
Nuts.
funny.
That's not
That-
intentional.
No, that was
I'm
not the
gonna
intended
buffer it down.
outcome.
I'm gonna play it safe just to get through
Yeah.
it.
We're looking for 59, 36 to 33. So that's a 3-frame range. So there's 36. That sets up this bounce. Oh, just barely missed it.
Camera was mean. All right, I'll play this safe and just get through it.
Okay. You get the gist. So
Normally,
holding
I'm
up on it
supposed to go
on
super
exactly
low.
one of those frames sets up for that bounce. This is still a cool strat.
Oh.
Oh,
Dribbles moment.
I did not
This-
practice the backup for this. It might honestly be better to just reset to first load.
I think so, but you do you.
I'll give it one more shot, and then we'll just go back to first load. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
shout
we
out to
can
one more
talk about
shot.
first load and what we mean by that, and why the practice mod is important for stages like this.
Yeah. So the funny thing about this game is that. How am I
And
gonna
also the
explain?
originals.
Well,
Um,
it's less impactful in the originals, but you might notice, like right there, the first time Swimfly loads into a stage, there's this longer spin-in animation where it says the title of the stage and everything. But after a retry, that doesn't exist. It gets back into the gameplay much faster. So that is the difference between first and second load. That little spin-in animation is what we call first load, but like a retry is second load. And for some reason, stages act very slightly different on first load versus second load. Like, you will get different bounces from things. It's most notable on Jump Machine, if you ever play that in this game. The cycles on Jump Machine are completely different. You get completely different bounces. It's so strange.
Yeah, you'll get different bounces. The animations can be faster or slower, or like I'll say earlier or later, not faster or slower.
Yeah. It usually doesn't make a difference, but if you're doing something as precise as pause strats, then it really matters.
Right.
And again, there are certain stages where it does matter regardless, and it's so weird. This does happen in Monkey Ball 2, but it is much rarer and isn't as impactful. So that's why that pause strat only works on first load. On second load, you get a different bounce that doesn't work.
For sure, you
That's-
don't get bounced at all. You get like either a light bounce or no bounce.
Yeah. And so, if you're playing without the practice mod, because practice mod allows us to force a first load whenever we want, basically, but that's banned in runs. So if you're doing a normal run, you have to first try that dribble strat. Otherwise, you lose a bunch of time, because you have to exit out and re-enter the level from the menu if you want to get first load again.
Yeah, it is ridiculously tight.
Yeah, this game is so weird. There's so many weird quirks with this game. I blame Unity.
I mean, this is also the Unity block, so there's low key
yeah,
the
Unity
Monkey
block.
Ball
Yeah, this isn't the Monkey Ball block, this is the Unity block.
Oh no. Nice junction.
Junction was nice to me there. I
Ooh.
like that.
Yeah, that was a good clip.
All right, moving into World 4. Another, I'll say, kind of boring world. Like there isn't much in terms of strat play here. There's like a couple stages where cool things can happen, but beyond that, there really isn't much.
Sometimes it's like looking at story mode of Banana Mania and then story mode of SMB2. You're kind of expecting, oh, we're going to be mashing the pause button on some of these stages, or we're going to be going for pauses Gronchers.
We're going for pauseless Gronchers.
That
Not
too.
pointing out.
I forgot that exists in this game.
I'm
This is
here
one
for the
of
pauseless
stages
junction.
if this goes right. I love skipping all of Beehive. That's a little low. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
that was clean.
A
Ooh,
little
nice
scary
improv.
on the end, but I'll take it.
That was really good improv.
That's the optimal bounce because it's lower.
True,
But
yeah.
I got a little slow.
Do we have time for a quick update?
We do, because there's just a hold-up stage coming up. Go ahead.
Amazing. So the reason I feel like this is super important is because this relates to Helix's run later on. So we were talking about Banana Rumble a little bit earlier and mods and all that fun stuff. And we have our outfit bid war that is now open. So if we want to choose what costume Helix will be rolling around in, there are a few options. We have the Desert Cactus outfit, the Clown outfit, the Idol outfit, Shadow the Hedgehog, Knights from Nights into Dreams, or Majima. So
I'm gonna
those are
interrupt you
currently
very briefly
open.
because Swimfly actually just hit Ringo Launcher's first
Ooh.
try, which is one of the hardest goals to get. In
Oh my
that was
gosh. Amazing.
Please
Goat.
continue.
Yeah, sorry.
No, all good. That was pretty much it. Is just, hey, y'all should get those donations in, support a great cause, and choose a costume for Helix's run. So that's that.
Yeah, I'll spoil something too. I'm playing as Baby, so you're putting Baby in whatever of these outfits you
Whatever
choose.
silly costume. They're awesome.
I love it.
They're
Every
all,
choice
they're
is
all
perfect
awesome.
here.
Yeah.
We got another pause strat here.
Anybody want to talk about pause buffering? While I navigate seesaw bridges in a few seconds.
Didn't we already
Yes.
do that?
No, we didn't talk about buffering,
Oh, okay.
like how it works in this game, because it's different. We talked about that, but we didn't talk about like how.
Well,
Yeah.
you started talking about how when you pause, the game like stops reading your controller input. So basically, it forces a neutral input for a very brief amount of time. That ends up being really useful in certain situations. Watch out for Flock in World 7; it's used there.
Mm-hmm.
But that also it makes it really hard to like specifically rebuffer to a certain frame because it's forcing a neutral input, which often is not what you want to do.
And then
on-
on the PC port, when the game loses focus, it automatically pauses. So the way that I got to that specific frame there was by backing out of the menu and then losing focus on the game by pressing my Windows key. By doing that, I lose focus on the game while it's leaving the menu, which then allows me to just immediately get back into the game, get back into the pause menu because it'll repause on the next available frame.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Every now and again, it
forces-
skips a frame, but like it's usually.
it essentially forces a one-frame buffer, which is super useful.
It's one of many, many advantages that PC players have in this game. Have we talked about dead zones?
Oh my god.
Oh, I love
Almost
this.
made that.
I love
try
this
it.
topic personally because funnily enough, in the next run, I'm gonna be playing on square dead zones, even though Banana Blitz HD and actually even Banana Mania for that matter, initially you don't exactly use square inputs. The really nice thing about playing Banana Blitz HD and Banana Mania on PC is that you can actually change your dead zones. So the square dead zones are like, like we're on GameCube controller, up, down, left, right, all the 8 directions. But with the circular dead zone, you don't necessarily have that. You have more room to work with, but we want precision. So with the PC version, we can actually change that dead zone from circle to square, and then just adjust it accordingly. And funnily enough, Banana Rumble allows you to change the dead zones, but it's not. You still can't use square dead zones. But you can't necessarily, but you can kind of sort of emulate it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rumble does have the most dead zone changes. Terrible. I'm gonna try it again. Rumble does allow you to change dead zones natively, where the previous 2 games don't. Oh, that's better.
Yeah,
Nice,
which
there you go. That's a really cool strat.
it is very important because, like, Banana Mania is a remake of SMB 1 and 2, which was a game that used square dead zones. So when they remade it, most modern controllers nowadays only use circular dead zones. So that oversight basically makes the game really sluggish feeling. Like when you turn, it feels really heavy and really slow, and console players can't do anything about that. But PC players have access to dead zone settings in Steam, which gives them an advantage.
Yeah, so if you're going to get this game, especially to speedrun it, please get it on PC if you are able to.
1000%.
Yep.
Also,
even, I mean,
mods.
even casually, it's better on PC because then it makes the game far better even casually, and you get access to mods.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's also one mod that's been active the entire time that nobody's mentioned that I kind of forgot about, which is Musical Monkey Madness. Deadline, you can go ahead and talk about that for the rest of.
I heard Deadline gasp when you said that.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. So yeah, there is a music mod in the background that is comprised entirely of remixes of songs from the Monkey Ball series. These were part of a remix project by the YouTube channel Siva Gunner. Some of you are probably aware of. That was back in like early 2022. I want to say that release. It was really fun. Just got to remix a bunch of Monkey Ball songs for the series' 20th anniversary. And in addition to releasing it as an album, they also released it as a mod pack, so you can listen to them while you play Banana Mania, and it's really cool.
Yeah, vouch. It's a lot of fun to listen to. They're really good.
Perfect timing, because now we're into World 6, and there's a really cool strat coming up right here.
I love
Ooh.
World 6.
World 6 is awesome. Fun fact, Helix has the World 6 individual world record, which is the only one that is sub 1 minute on the clock.
I have the individual world record for most of these worlds. Humble brag.
I remember when she was grinding for this on stream. I remember.
I was there.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember that well too. It was quite the grind. Opera is also a really cool strat. Quite difficult.
I was
in this
gonna say
game.
one of the hardest stages in the run coming up, honestly.
One of the
Opera, my
hardest, and yet
beloved.
most important rather, because it just takes so long to fall out if you do. But you won't. You got this.
I forgot my lineup because of Steve. Enough.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
bro.
probably anyway.
Normally, I'm used to,
I was
like,
trying
bananas
so
or
hard.
treasure chest being there, but I could not think because of the diamonds. I was just like, I was thrown off.
I was trying so hard not to break out in laughter because I just kept hearing the Minecraft herd sound effect as you were going down
Yeah,
the opera.
Most of the, if not all the custom characters have their own voice banks. I'm sure you've heard like the XP noise when Steve enters a goal, the Nether portal noise when he flies up, the hurt noise for when he like falls.
The best. I love mods. Mods are awesome.
Oh my god, you almost got wrinkle.
One more try. I'm very
Yeah,
rusty on this.
for the fans.
For the fans.
This is
Mods
one of
fun.
the hardest.
Aw.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest goals to get in the game. That wire is very thin, and curved, and tilted, so it's so difficult to get that red goal.
You gotta do the parkour civilization or whatever the kids are saying nowadays.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god! I was
Oh my
hoping
God.
that wouldn't come up. I was hoping that wouldn't come up.
Oh.
I'm so mad because this is like the most topical place you could have brought that up. Nice cliffs, straight to the goal
Thank you.
there. Good
That
stuff.
was tricky.
That was a really good IGT too. That was really
Getting
good.
around that pillar is awful.
Yeah, it is. I don't think anything here for the rest of World 6 is too ridiculous, so if our host has any messages, now I think it's a decent time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. So I just want to remind everybody yet again why we are here. So we are helping to raise money for Alice's gender affirming surgery. And I want to remind everybody that every dollar is so important and goes to this great cause. We know that the cost of a surgery is not just the surgery itself, but anesthesia, hospital stay, travel, and other life accommodations while healing from the procedure. So insurance may not cover everything involved with the surgery, so these costs add up. And if you would like to see a breakdown of all of these costs, you can type !costs in chat for the link, and you can learn more about what you're supporting. Again, every dollar is important. You can also select our outfit bid war to get a delightful costume for our baby monkey in Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. So yeah, !donate, follow that link, and send in those wonderful donations. We would love to hear them during our Monkey Ball block. Thanks so much, everyone.
I just noticed your tag in Discord as host of bananas. That's awesome.
It's true.
That is really good.
I'm so glad you saw.
Getting into World 7 now, I'd say this is one of the more difficult worlds in the run, but I feel like we've kind of
The
been saying
start's-
that because
No, because
World
the
4 is
start's
up there.
easy, but then you're right. No, World 4 is not bad. There's a couple like bad stages in World 4, but like from here on out, the run is consistently difficult.
except for World 9, World 9's not too bad. Oh, you must be going for some ridiculousness.
Oh yeah, you know I'm going for ridiculous.
You would too.
Only one, but
For the fans.
It's artist, yeah, for the fans.
I
Swim
think I know
really
what
said
it is. I
erm.
won't spoil it. Y'all will see it when you see it.
I remember pause frames. I think I do. Yeah, it's a pause frame.
I
There we go.
almost told you the Monkey Ball 2 frame, so I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I've got the spreadsheet in front of me in case I forget, but I have not had to look down yet, so I'm very proud of myself because I have not like seriously run this category in a while. I got the
You're
world
cheating.
record in story mode right after Banana Rumble came out. After that record stood for almost 2 years. Shout out to Peter's Inc.
Peter, hard goats.
I'm
I'm
Peter.
Peter.
It had to happen. It had to happen at some point in the Monkey Ball block.
Oh yeah. Ugh. This level always
I've
makes
got a
me.
manual camera here because I did just use it. The manual camera in this game, normally in the original Monkey Ball games, you did not have access to controlling the camera in any way other than just influencing how you're rolling. In Banana Mania, I believe Banana Blitz HD, and now Banana
nope.
Rumble. Really?
It's
Yeah, it was,
only it's only in Banana Splits if you're not moving, Banana Mania and Banana Rumble.
Mhm.
Okay.
Excellent job with Flock, by the way. That was exactly
you.
the thing I was talking about earlier, where a pause forces a brief neutral input, and if you pause at a very specific time on Flock, that neutral input is exactly what you need to make that strat work. It's so funny. And that stage otherwise takes forever, so we're really lucky it works like that.
And actually, while we're here, I can show off the manual camera a little bit. Like, the camera just kind of, you can control it however you want with the C stick. For
You're
myself, no, I
scaring
didn't.
me.
Alright, we're cool.
You're scaring me.
Style points. Let's go. With the C stick or the right stick on whatever controller you're using, you can control the camera. So right here, I'm using it to do what's called cam locking, which is something I've been doing throughout the run, but we didn't really talk about because it just never came up. By starting the stage and holding perfectly down on the manual camera, the camera will not move from behind Steve. So I can just use that to line up specific things if I need to. Not every stage uses it, but I can. And honestly, I'm probably one of the people who uses it the most often.
It is very useful.
This also works in Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, but in fact in Banana Rumble they made it a button keybind, so I can just hold a button down to lock the camera. It's awesome.
It is
Yeah.
actually different though. Like they
Is
do work a little bit differently.
Mhm.
And with holding down, you just get a little more of an angle on the camera anyway.
I didn't
You just
notice, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played this game since Banana Rumble came out, so...
A very difficult strat here as we head into World 8, which actually has some of the most difficult strats in the game.
Oh,
How
no
did
way,
you
you just
do that
pressed
first try?
quick.
Let's
What
go.
the frick?
Oh wow! Ah!
I got
Anyway.
perfect. I collected all the diamonds.
That's impressive.
Alright, and immediately jumping into like some of the hardest stages here. I hate pistons, because secret wire stage right there.
That piston
Nice, that was
is
really
crazy.
clean.
If I'm not mistaken, at least in SMB2 Helix, I remember you calling, I think it was like between like 7 to either 9 or 10, just a gauntlet of hard stage, or it was just the gauntlet.
I think it's... Oh, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like the end of World 7 into the beginning of World 8. Like,
Yeah.
like the second half of World 7 through 8-4 Entangled Path is the gauntlet to me.
Yeah, 7 and 8 are just really difficult in this game too. 9.
Speaking of
9
Entangled
has a
Path.
couple. No, Entangled Path is fun. I love this stage. Can't believe you'd say that to me, Peas. Come on.
Well,
It is awesome. It's got one of the cooler strategies in World 8.
Turns out the green goal is much faster here, so we can just do that. Well done.
Yeah, first try.
Love that.
That one's an actually cool first try. Because you can just kind of fly over that one.
Mhm.
Nice. Through totters.
Clean.
Another pause strat coming up. It's a 3-frame window, so I'm looking for one of 3 frames. That is the middle one. Nice. Strategy is scary sometimes.
Nice.
No, green goal.
Oh, I missed the clip. I'm sorry. One of the worst stages in the run right here, in my opinion.
Playing this casually was not fun.
Yeah, and
because
it's even worse in Mania because of dead zones.
Yeah. I've heard many console players complain about this stage and a couple of others in the Monkey Ball 1 side of the station. I don't know if we mentioned Banana Mania is a remaster of 1, 2, and Deluxe. So,
Yeah.
all
We did not mention that, actually.
all the fun stages from Monkey Ball 1, including Expert 7, Exam C, exists in this game, but thankfully we don't have to play it.
Beloved.
They made it easier. I do love Exam C.
They did make it easier.
Yeah,
Trampolines is another one of those stages where the cycles change slightly depending on if you're on first or second load. Send you different heights. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that pause strat changes by 2 frames depending on whether or not you're on first or second load. So thankfully, I paused before the pause and could rebuffer down. I did not wait.
No, you didn't. That's gonna make the strat really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of deserve that.
The reason you have to wait roughly half a second at the start of this level is so that the platform is aligned a little bit better at the end, so you can get a low bounce and take it all the way up to the goal, instead of getting a high bounce, which makes you lose a bunch of speed and then you just fall in the hole. Almost done with
World 9.
Yeah.
One of my favorite and one of like the most annoying to me at the same time.
I will say that losing a run to World 9 is the worst feeling in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you put it perfectly. Thank you.
Because it's so comparatively easy when compared to World 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Yep.
But sometimes you choke, and then you're really sad.
Yeah.
all in open parentheses.
Crossos here. So this stage is an example of like one of the stages where having good dead zones really matters. Because
every time I'm going into them, I'm holding up left and up right, which would be weaker if I didn't have dead zones. So that's a very good point out.
yeah, you usually hear a lot of console players complaining on that stage.
I'll wait a second here because it helps line up with the goal a little bit. And perfect. All right, couple of rough stages back to back here. Chip pipes isn't too bad, but then we're gonna get flat maze and guillotine back to back, which are two of the hardest stages in World 9, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Rough, but
Especially-
these two are bad.
Especially the way you play Guillotine when you play Smash.
I love guillotine. It's hard, but it's fun.
I'm gonna let the gameplay speak for itself for a minute.
Ooh. Okay,
Beautiful.
that's a weight off my shoulders.
There's one. That was really good.
Guillotine, I think this is the latest discovery.
Oh,
I'm
here
gonna
we go.
try a couple times here because I'm looking for a very specific frame. But this is probably my favorite strat in the game, and I know that it's in world record. So we're gonna take a couple of resets here. There it is. Okay. So now jump down all the way to 80.
Riveting.
Cam lock and hold up. I got a wrong hit.
Oh.
It jumped the frame while I was paused.
I can't
A little
believe
bit off.
Peanut Butter the dog just hit a home run with the monkey ball.
Damn.
Home run, or however that jingle
Getting
goes.
frame.
They should bring my monkey baseball, Loki.
They did, and it sucks in this game.
Bad.
No, they didn't put monkey baseball in this game. Remember?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Did they not? Am I missing something?
Can't get it. Alright, I'll play it normal.
Nah, it's being mean to
I think
you.
you can see the
Dang.
gist of what I'm going for there, which is just a clip
Yeah.
up into the thing, and then
Yeah, its strat is really finicky.
I'm
It
gonna
is
be honest.
Quite difficult in this game.
I actually forgot about they brought back all 12 party games in this game. I actually forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that monkey baseball is unplayable for some reason.
The nice part about this pause strat is it is recoverable, so I can just keep going for it off rip, and then if I mess it up, like if I mess up the pause frame, I can just like go for the normal stage.
hmm
That was mean.
I'm surprised
That
didn't
was
work.
mean.
That was mean.
See, I don't want to say anything either, But the more that I look at these goals, the more that I'm glad that Banana Blitz goals are a thing.
Oh my god, yeah.
And Banana Rumble goals.
No, but Banana
That
Rumble
too.
was cooking too. I think with how fast you go in that game regularly.
Yeah, that strat is probably the coolest one, and it's in the world record. But unfortunately, it's just not working right now for whatever reason.
Yeah,
It's alright.
that's disgusting that world record has that. I'm not surprised, but crazy.
That
That
gets a
stage
little
normally is difficult too, but now you just got a little bit of a break.
Mhm.
There's not too much happening with the end of World 9, so until World 10 starts, if our host wants to jump in.
Honestly,
Yeah,
just
for
stage
sure. So this is actually going to be a toss back to Helix as well because I'm curious what she thinks. So we do have our outfit bid war currently open for Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, which will be coming up in a couple of runs. And you can choose an outfit out of the Desert Cactus, the Clown, the Idol, Shadow the Hedgehog, Knights, or Majima. Helix, who's your favorite costume? I would love to know because at this point, any donation can snipe something. So what's your fave?
Okay, so I personally use Shadow the Hedgehog as a costume.
Yes!
most often.
Amazing.
But I think the Majima costume is the funniest.
Mhm.
So I would be very happy if either of those two won.
The Majima
All
costume
right.
is really good.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, so you've heard Helix. We absolutely need to get Majima because that's fun. So send in those donations, !donate. You can follow the link. You can send some in, and let's get Majima as our outfit bid war winner for Banana Rumble, all right?
The Shadow costume is also very funny. Really, you're not missing out on either of them, I promise you.
Yeah.
Did we
I
Into
love that
World
so
10
much.
now. Final world of the run. Time will be coming up on 10-10, so in a few minutes.
It's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, it's
This
a
is
few
the
minutes
largest,
still.
the largest in
We've
one.
got like 3 minutes because this has some huge stages, as you're seeing right here with Gimmick.
Mm.
One of the longest stages in the entire run.
I'll save it for later.
I see. Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh,
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll
Talk about it later.
We'll talk about it soon. Yeah. So I guess now you're just seeing how slow Gimmick is.
Stage does not have much going for it. There
No.
is one thing that kind of works, but it's still not really fast. It's
It's
slower than the IL, and it's only fast if you hit it on your first try.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it is
it-
the only like tech or glitch really in this entire game. Other than that, it really just comes down to like execution.
there is one useful glitch in this game.
I'm
and we'll talk about
surprised.
it soon.
I'm surprised we didn't even talk about it on the fourth stage, I should say. If that gives y'all a hint.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Because like it's only useful on one stage of the game in like the entire game, like across every RTA category.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
funny.
And it's in this world too.
Yep. Aw,
Oh, that was mean. Goal was mean.
Ugh.
save it. Aw.
Almost.
Almost got it.
That's another one that's an annoying stage to die to, 'cause it just doesn't feel like you should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
That one felt like it should have won it.
I think we've all lost record paces to Mountain.
I have. There we go.
I
There
certainly
we go.
have. I'm sure Peter has.
That stage is not fun in this game. That
It's the
cycle's
stage
just
of all time.
slightly annoying. Not a bad stage. Like I'm not gonna knock the design. It just doesn't work for the speed. Which is not the
Mhm.
original intent. so
Yeah,
can't
it's
blame
the
'em.
cycle's a little awkward. A lot of these stages have had their cycles changed from Monkey Ball 2, so obviously
it's
that
a
makes the strats a lot different, and Mountain is one of them. Makes the strat
This is
much
fun.
harder. This one is really cool, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that was awkward.
Alright,
but
that
it
was
worked.
awkward but intentional.
You got a
Like,
strange bounce, but it worked out. I think it was
That's
pretty
the
fast
bounce
too,
I'm looking
actually.
for. Just yeah.
Oh,
That looked
yeah.
intentional to me.
So here is the artist formerly known as Labyrinth.
Yep.
Shout outs to Monkey Ball Deluxe for changing the names because SMB1 Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Manifesting. Oh, let's
First
go.
try,
Alright.
well done.
That skips like all of this stage.
Yep,
And,
and
like,
you've made it look relatively
second
easy.
gameplay.
That is
That
a
one-
lot harder than Swimfly just made it look.
Yeah, that one's always a clincher.
And now it's time. It's time for
Stairs
more
and-
stairs and ball games.
Yes!
Oh, there's gonna be there'll be more. Trust. There's gonna be
Right.
more stairs.
Oh, there's gonna be so many more stairs
There'll
involved.
be a lot of stairs
Oh.
coming up, but not in this game. This is a
Two
lot
whole
of
games
stairs.
worth of stairs.
Unfortunately.
Well, at least in one of them, you can press the A button, but in the others, you have to. Well, I guess you can press the whatever you have your spin dash button set to.
Are there any Banana Rumble?
There aren't that many stairs in Banana Rumble. There's some downward stairs. I can talk
Yeah,
about
there's
those
downward
later.
stairs, but those don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, those don't
hate
count. Those
upward
are fine.
stairs.
So many stairs to talk about.
3 stages
Stay
to
tuned.
go. I'm gonna start talking about
go
switch
ahead.
storage, which is the glitch we have been referring to this whole time.
Mhm.
Coming up next on 10-9 Invisible. You may notice when you retry a stage, the game keeps playing for a little bit, just a little bit, as it actually retries the level. And if you hit a switch on, I believe it's the very last frame before the stage actually retries itself, that switch hit will basically carry over into the next time you play the stage. So you might have seen that the switch hit immediately upon iswimfly retrying the stage. So the level... How do I describe this? Because this is a strange level. It like
The level
you can't
animation
play it.
starts playing.
Yeah, the level animation starts playing. You can't play this level until that animation is completed. And so, Swimfly got it to start early, which allowed them to stay on the platform, build up some speed, and then skip the whole stage. Which is
Normally,
awesome.
when you hit that button, you can't go back down.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
go back up. Sorry, you can't go back up to the starting platform, which would let you build up more speed.
It was first try too, that was really well done. Time is coming up, by the way, on the goal tape. Oh, gotten.
Yeah, it took a little long. I noticed that my corners have gotten worse in this game since playing football.
Postrat? Oh,
Yeah, I'll go for the posture from here on out. Might as well.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna point.
You've got time. You still have a couple minutes before you hit
I'm gonna
estimate.
say I think
so-
I'm underestimate.
Let me excuse me. Let me point this out right now. So this stage's original name is not created by in Banana Mania. It's actually named Last Stage.
Wait, I just realized.
Yeah,
Why
that's
did you change it?
I forgot that I changed that one. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't even bat an eye. I was like, yeah, that's always what that stage is called.
I didn't bat an eye either.
Go.
And
Time.
Time.
Sorry,
GG.
it's a little bit of a tough pause strat, so we didn't have much time to react. But that is story mode in Banana Mania.
Woo!
It's really cool that you got Invisible Switch Storage first try. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I feel bad we didn't get to show off Guillotine though. That strat
That's
is
okay.
my favorite, like personally, out of the entire run.
That's fair.
Amazing. Do you have any final shout outs? I know Crew's going to stick around for a bit for the next few runs, but any
Oh,
shout outs
yeah.
for yourself, iswimfly?
I mean, you can see my link on the overlay. That's where you can find me. I'm usually playing Monkey Ball. I've been playing a new game. You'll actually see me tomorrow playing it. I've been playing Squirrel with a Gun. I'm currently second on the leaderboard for that. You'll see me back tomorrow around the same time playing Squirrel with a Gun any percent. Yeah, everyone else is sticking around, so I mean, we could probably just save shoutouts for the end of Helix's run.
Oh,
You bet. Yeah, we can do that. All right, so we will be going into a short intermission as we get ready for our next run, which will be Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD All Worlds with Peas. But before then, this is a great time to take a little bit of a break, refill your water, whatever we need. Stick around. There will be more amazing games here at Running Through Wonderland very shortly. All right, everybody, you have joined us here at Running Through Wonderland in the very middle of our Super Monkey Ball block. It is bananas over here, and we have been having a wonderful time as we continue to raise money for Alice's gender-affirming surgery. This will be taking place in February 2025. So a good reminder that all of your donations are going to this great cause, whether you have sent in a couple dollars, $20, whatever you've got, it is supporting all of the parts that are involved with this surgery, including the hospital stay, transportation, everything, because there are so many extra costs that may be associated with this. Now, I do want to take some time to check in on some of our incentives as we get ready for our next run. So as mentioned, we have our outfit bid war that is currently open, and anyone could jump in the lead at any second. A single donation can take it. Now, we had asked Helix what she would like to see as the outfit bid war winner, and she said Majima would be really funny. So again, if you send in your donations, ! Donate, follow that link, you could get us a Majima costume on the cute baby monkey character that will be in Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. That's a lie. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. There are so many Super Monkey Ball games. I am jumbled. It's majestic. I also want to shout out another incentive that we have open, just fresh off the press. So after our Monkey Ball block, we have a wonderful game called Crypt Custodian. I know this has been a pretty popular game in the speedrunning sphere lately. Lots of friends have been at it. And if we hit $200 raised for this incentive, our runner will show off a boss rush in Crypt Custodian and defeat all 12 bosses in 5 minutes. Now, we know we love a good challenge for our runners, so get those donations in, everybody. $200 for this specific incentive, and we can get more Crypt Custodian, which means more time together here at this wonderful marathon, right? So again, make sure to send in those donations. Make sure to select which incentive you would like it to go towards. We are reading all of your wonderful words out here in support of Alice's gender-affirming surgery.